SuperFi. Elevate on in, time to ascend. SuperFi Cypher, whole wisdom within. From beginning to end, it's all knowledge itself. SuperFi Cypher, high intentions of wealth. Elevate on in, time to ascend. SuperFi Cypher, whole wisdom within. Supreme frequency, and welcome to the beginning of becoming a better version of you. I'm modernizing the ancient sciences for soul tribes to create empires, here to inspire. Beloved, think higher. Feel that thunder of divinity, kinetic synergy. Enter into the temple of the soul you. Expose the ego. Now, feel that inner flow. Command the center. The SuperFi Cypher, uploading knowledge from the ethers. Ooh. Supreme frequency. Come on in. We back like it's the first time, like we just coming off of a season. And if you've been following me, then you're familiar with the Soulful Sunday podcast, or just familiar with Genesis and the kinetic concept classes, or just me in general when I be out philosophizing and shit. So, without further ado, thank you for joining the SuperFi Cypher channel. I am excited to bring all of the information and knowledge that I have obtained over the years. Just to give you a little background, I began studying metaphysics or spiritual awakening or awareness at a very young age. I will say at about 13. My grandmother definitely got me into studying more. And then I ventured off to learning outside of organized religion at about the age of 16. I'm not going to go and keep giving all my ages because then I'm going to give my age away. But let's just say I am definitely a scholar of knowledge. I am hungry for knowledge. And I always say, don't just take my word for anything. Please go and do your own research. But now, like we are back, like we never motherfucking left, okay? I want to get into it. I am excited to be back behind this microphone. I am excited to bring this energy. I will be having co-hosts during some of my shows, and some of them you're just going to be hearing me ranting, dropping science. That's what it is. If you listen to the beginning, it's SuperFi Cypher, whole wisdoms with Jen, time to ascend, elevate on in. All right, so now that I've wasted enough of your time, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about intention and purpose. And before I jump into that, I do want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Right Moods, Court Justice, Onyx Divine Garden, MP Entertainment, and the Madness brand. If you would like to sponsor the channel, please email rightmoods@gmail.com. For donations, please visit the Right Moods website, or you can hit my Cash App if you want to bless the Peacock directly. That is $G De Niro 23. All proceeds and donations do go into making the platform better and more reachable. Also, big ups to Anchor FM, Spotify, and YouTube. And wherever you're listening to this, thank you. Because without you, I would not be here. So let's get into it. I like to give a definition and set the tone. Because I feel like when you define things, it makes things more understandable, right? Because I can sit here all day and rant and philosophize and, bring it in that aspect, but I want to define a few things, and the things that I want to define, the two words that I would like to define are intention and purpose. So intention, it is what one intends to do, or bring about. It is the object for which a prayer, mass, or pious act is offered. And then we have the etymology of it, which is a stretching out, straining, exertion, effort, attention. It is a noun of action, to turn one's attention, literally to stretch out emotion, feelings, heart, mind, mental faculties, understanding. So when we go down and look at what purpose says, it says something set upon as an object or end to be attained. Intention, resolution, determination. A subject under discussion or an action in course of execution on purpose by intent. Are y'all catching this? Okay, to propose as an aim to oneself. This is the purpose. Aim, ambition, aspiration, born, design, dream, end, goal, idea, ideal, intent, intention, mark, meaning, object, objective, the plan, the point, the pretense, the target, the thing. Child, the thing. So what am I saying? Where are your intentions? And if we stop and ask where our intentions are, we will know if we are following our purpose or even elevating in our purpose. So there's another little part that I want to read because it's just going to bother me if I don't. And it was just so dope that it had this. So I'm going to read through this really quickly. All right. It says intention, intent, purpose, design, aim, end, object, objective, goal mean what one intends to accomplish or attain. Intention implies little more than what one has in mind to do or bring about. Announce his intention to marry. Okay. Intent suggests clearly formulation or greater deliberateness. The clear intent of the statute. Purpose suggests a more settled determination. Being successful. What her purpose in life was. Okay. So design implies a more carefully calculated plan. The order of events came by accident, not design. Aim adds that these implications of efforts directed towards obtaining or accomplishing. Okay, her aim was to raise film to art form. All right, so with that being said, your intentions move you into purpose so that you can design what it is that you are aiming for. All right. And then once you reach what you're aiming for, you'll get that object or objective. And then you will have goals that you reach. Okay, so I want you to understand, because it's always said, oh, set goals, set goals. When we hear the word goal, okay, goal suggests something attained by prolonged effort and hardship. Okay, when you have athletes that make it to the goal, they are going in between defenders, they're crossing behind their back, okay, even playing soccer, basketball, whatever it is, to get to the end goal, you have to obtain that by some prolonged effort. So first, we need to know what our intentions are. Yeah. What is it that we're constantly meditating on day and night? What is our mind bringing to us? Or even in the people that you're dealing with, or even in the circumstances, or whatever it is that you're currently going through or not going through. How is your intention towards these objectives making you better? Or is it keeping you in the same space? Because I'm not going to say worse. I'm going to ask, is it making you better? Right? And if it's not making you better, is it making you worse? So with that, people are always trying to say, well, I want to operate in my purpose. I want to find my life's purpose. Well, can't you do that by seeing what your best intentions go towards? I mean, let's just think about it for a second before we go to this cool, quick little commercial break. What I tend to put my focus on, my good towards, that I put my greatest effort in. And I don't try to haggle about it, and I don't try to go around any corners or anything like that. And my best intent is put into it. Is that not my purpose? Am I not moving or operating in my purpose and just not recognizing that this is my purpose? Well, a person that, well, hey, I'm out here and I'm getting it. You know, that's where my intentions is, making this money. Okay. If that is your intention, and then and your purpose is to make money, then once you aim towards that money and that object that you were aiming for, you got. So now what? It is setting intentions with purpose, with meditating, with long-term residuals, not just quick efforts. See, a lot of times intentions, you have good intentions to do a lot of things. I had the good intention, my intentions were right in this. If your intentions were right in it, then it would have been done right. Right? But your purpose was not fulfilled in the situation or in the place or in whatever the object became. So your intentions were no longer serving your highest good. So this is why we have to be mindful, okay, of not operating in our feelings, because our feelings or our previous thoughts or our outdated thinking is what leads us to think that we're operating with our full intention. I had good intentions for this relationship to work out. I had good intentions to go to work and really do well here. I had good intentions to really... Because if you truly did, would you not still be aiming for the object of your goal? Let's go to a quick commercial break from our wonderful sponsors, and we'll be right back with this intention and purpose. I feel it's heating up. All right, we'll be back. All right. We are back, and I am opening up one of my little snacks. So if you hear it in the background, that's just what we do. All right. But no, we're talking about intention and purpose, right? And where we left off was, once our good intention, or having the good intention to do something, or my purpose was for this to be done right, and that changed. Was the intention really good towards it? So that brings me to the next portion that I want to go into, and that's being aware of your energy. Where your thoughts and feelings go, the energy flows, right? And so this is why we have to be mindful of distractions, and even people being distractions. Because again, you can be on your groove, you on your square, you're doing what it is that you need to do. And then you start venturing out, you start becoming more enterprising and networking. And, you may meet a group of people that you feel are on the same level as you, are going in the same direction. And because you're excited about meeting these individuals, of wanting this friend group, let's say that's one of your aims, and now everything else that you're working for, it gets neglected. So was your purpose and intention truly set? Was what you really wanted were the friends, or did you want the fulfillment of all aspects, right? So those are just some of the things that we have to ask ourselves, because sometimes we need to wait for things. Sometimes we need to build by ourselves, or, just having one person as an accountability partner that has actually done the work, that is actually showing and constantly leveling up and improving and being consistent. See, you see how I keep saying things? I'm not just saying a person to be an accountability a partner, because your spouse or your partner or someone that you're dating or mom or dad, they may not be able to be that accountability partner. So we can call it a mentor, we can call it a therapist, we can call it a life coach. I mean, these type of individuals have so many different names now. Teacher, all of these things, right? And there are a lot of people that are willing, that have good integrity, that have disciplined themselves, that have no problem giving the information, helping those that they see are also operating in their highest, from their highest good, with their best intention, right? I always say that I'm very mindful of when I do business with people that are eager. They're eager to do business. And it's a difference from being excited and being eager, right? So I would say the same for yourself on your journey of self, on your money making intentions, on whatever it is that you have set up, that it is that you're doing, right? How is your energy really flowing? How do you really feel? Do you really feel like you're going to be successful? Because you can do something all day, okay? We have 1,000, a million, billion artists in the world. And all of them don't feel that they're going to reach certain levels of success. Some just do it just to do it. But some are really out there on the grind. There are some businesses that are really putting in that work that might be having a little bit of a hard time, that, really want to get off the ground, that are grassroots, that are growing. And those are the ones that are setting their aim with their intention. They're setting goals. They're reaching those goals. They're setting markers, right? So let's just remove the word goal, because the goal is the end, right? That's the whole end, the end goal. What's the end goal? Your end goal is not the purpose. You live in your purpose, or you walk in your purpose. Your will, your competency, your availability, your action, your discipline. This is your purpose. Okay, and whatever gifts and whatever ways in which you're supposed to operate in, that's your purpose. Now, whether you're operating with integrity, with discipline, with whatever, because what I may view as good may be bad to you, and what others may view as bad is good to them. So let's first remove the aspect of saying how you're doing something isn't the way, because it wouldn't exist. All right? That's balance. You would not know what a good day is unless you've had a bad day. You wouldn't know what it's like to only have $100 in your pocket if you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. And I know I'm going to some extent here, but the intention and the purpose and what it is that you want and what you want to achieve, you're constantly operating in this. Constantly. Because wherever your energy is your intent. And you're fulfilling that every single day, which is why I say we have to watch where our energy is flowing. We have to watch what we're putting our energy into, what we're feeding. And then what we're feeding into ourselves. Are we embracing what holds us back? Are we acknowledging our fears? When you acknowledge those fears, I'm afraid to fail. I'm afraid to fail. I don't want to put all this in it and it doesn't work out. Okay. So the biggest thing is that it doesn't work out. So be mindful of how much you invest. Or be so sure that you set it up to where it is a fail-safe plan. Not something to fall back on, but it is going to be so great that it cannot fail. I embrace the fact that I may not have 1 million listeners, but I know that I'm going to reach people. My fear is that my words fall on deaf ears. My fear is that, I don't get seen the way that I want to be seen. Do you see yourself? Do you know that this is really something that you'd be willing to do, that you want to do, that you're willing to put the work into, that you're willing to aim for this objective or this object? Because you're the source of however it turns out. So if I'm constantly in this doubt state of mind and in this state of worry and not acknowledging, okay, I'm acknowledging that this is why I'm not moving forward, because I'm not sure if this is really going to work. So let me go and make sure that I have all my ducks in a row, that I'm doing this, and leave room for error. You're going to have some things that you don't get right because it's going to teach you how to do better the next time around. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a failure. Be willing to learn. Be willing to be teachable. People are no longer willing to be teachable. They know every fucking thing. They know everything. Even though you know they don't know shit. Because you can see by how they move. I can say for myself, I have definitely offered a lot of different insight that I have, a lot of different things. And I guess, I've learned that, I know that people look at exterior things to say, well, you're not in this and you're not in that, because that's not wealth. That's poor looking rich. And that's the difference. I don't choose to spend my earnings to make myself look good. I'm going to wear what I feel makes me feel good. That when I go and pick it up, I say, oh man, when I put this together, I'm going to put this with this, and it's going to make me feel like that peacock. Right? Nothing that I do any longer is for other people. Because if I'm constantly setting myself, that's just setting yourself up for failure, one. Because you'll never, ever meet someone else's expectations. Ever. Because you can never do it how they would do it. But you can meet your own expectations because you know what you're capable of. And if you don't know what you're capable of, then you need to learn yourself. And you need to see some value in yourself. Because if you don't know what you're capable of and you're in an audacity of trying to tell somebody what they should be doing, is that living in your highest purpose, your greatest purpose, your intent? Where is that aim? And see, that's when you go into the breakdown of different archetypes and personality types and all of these different things. But we're not doing all of that on this show. This show is about accountability. Stepping up, stepping out, because that's what this is. This is the intro show. What is the intention and purpose? To put a little paint where it ain't. Okay? To be upfront and honest. to stop pussyfooting around things that really need to be heard, because I feel like a lot of what I need to say, people need to hear it. You hear all of these, oh, well, you're light and da 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 da. But everybody in the world is not living a love and light path. Some people are out here struggling and they really want to do better. And they really want to operate in integrity. And they really do want to become disciplined and have the true desires of their heart met. They don't want to survive any longer. And a lot of people's purpose and a lot of people's intent is to survive. When do we get out of survival mode? When do we move forward and know that I don't have to just survive, I can live. And I'm going to do those things that I enjoy. And I'm going to live, and I am going to get resources from this. Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, this is something I'm supposed to be doing. I feel good when I do it. I think better. I attract better. I get in better positions, right? So with that being said, let's refocus, or not even refocus, but remind ourselves what this current end goal is. What is it that you're aiming for? What is it that you want to obtain? What is it that you truly want to achieve? Because people are really not answering that question. They just want to manifest money. They want to manifest love. They want to manifest partnerships. I want this. I want this. They got the wants. Which is why they end up with the blues, because your intention, though, your intention doesn't feel like you deserve that good partner. What are you going to do with it? Okay, if you have that person that is the be all, that ends all, that's the business owner, that's holding you accountable, that's making sure that you do the things that you say that you're going to do, and when they notice that you're slacking on that, and that you're not meeting your deadlines, and you're not doing this, and they always ride me, dang, it's work, it's always business, but that's what you said you wanted. So what was your true intention? We have to be mindful about what we speak out, because the words that we speak are very strong. We co-create every day. We are procreators, and we co-create every day with our experiences, with our conversations, with our thoughts, with our patterns, with our habits. We are co-creating our existence, our outcomes on the daily. So if your energy is constantly flowing towards somebody else's shit, that's why you don't have anything. And that's why you're dependable. You're codependent, excuse me. And then when you do try to put a little bit of energy towards yourself, you don't even know what the fuck to do. The things that you thought you liked, you really don't even enjoy it. And then you end up, getting out of that feeling like you got attention deficit disorder or something, because you don't know you anymore. You've been having your intention, and your purpose has been to serve, has been looking at others, idolizing. I want what they have. Well, I want I want the picket white fence, and I want to be married, and I want this, and I want that, and I want this. Is it because that's what you've seen? Is it because that's what's projected to you? Or do you really know that that's what you want? Because if you've been in relationship after relationship, and you haven't gotten that yet, maybe you need to ask yourself, is that really what I want? What is it that I really want? So let me just go back as we wrap up this first episode, and I definitely know that I hit on some points, and I hitting on some things even for myself. I'm speaking to me as I'm speaking to everybody at the sound of my voice. Intention, intent, purpose, design, aim, end, object, objective, goal. A purpose is something set up as an object or an end to be obtained. Intention helps you reach that something. Resolution, your determination. This is an aim that you set for yourself. So be mindful of where your emotions are. Be mindful of what you're feeling. Are you just wanting this because you want to get out of a certain situation, or your frustration is what motivates you more than anything? Now that you're not frustrated anymore, what's going to motivate you? Are you your own motivation, or are other people helping you to create content, helping you to create your life? Where's your heart? Where's your mind? Where's your mental faculties? Do you understand what it is that you think on a daily basis? So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave you with that to chew on. I felt like that's a lot. And I'm on myself right now, okay? Allow yourself to be inspired by yourself. Be inspired by you. And we can do that in small ways. I folded my clothes. I made up my bed today. Good job, because normally you don't make your bed. I washed all the dishes in the sink this morning, but normally I don't do that. Begin to do things and be inspired by yourself. Calculate, contemplate, and then design, and then go. Look, mean what you say, meditate, plan, propose. Propose to yourself. I am making a promise to you that we are going to get through this prolonged effort, and we're going to get to the end. And once we get there, we're going to set up something else. We're going to reset our intentions, because now the ambition is high. Now the dream is expanding. Now the idea isn't any longer just an idea. It has meaning now. So I thank you all for listening to the SuperFi Cypher on this good day. Share with someone that you think would really be inspired by this, or even come back and hear it when you need to. Make sure that you please go and follow me on IG at Jen the Peacock. Also, make sure to follow our awesome sponsor, the Madness brand, Onyx Divine Garden. Okay, you can also find them on Instagram as well as on YouTube. You can find Onyx Divine Garden. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors, Right Moods, Court Justice, Onyx Divine Garden again, Malicious Pleasures Entertainment, and the Madness brand. If you would like to sponsor the channel, please email at rightmoods.com. rightmoods@gmail.com. But you can also go to the rightmoods.com website and hit the contact page and let us know what it is that you're contacting us about, or them about, should I say. For donations, visit the Right Moods website as well. Or if you want to donate directly to the Peacock, I guess I'm ready to get off air, whatever. If you would like to donate directly, you can hit my Cash App at the letter G, Dinero, DINERO 23. All proceeds and donations do go into making the platform better and more reachable. I would also like to thank Anchor FM, Spotify, YouTube, and everyone at the sound of my voice. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Love yourself first and foremost, then love yourself even more. And then that overflow, put some in a storehouse, and then give what you can. Next time we will have our episode of idling with ideas and idolization. I am so excited about it. You guys know I love words, and I'm going to give a full breakdown of that. Till we speak again, I love you for real. Peace. Elevate on in, come on. Time to ascend. Let's go. SuperFi Cypher, whole wisdom again. From beginning to end, it's all knowledge itself. SuperFi Cypher, high intentions of wealth. Alright. Elevate on in. Time to ascend. Let's go. SuperFi Cypher, whole wisdom again. Supreme frequency, and welcome to the beginning of becoming a better version of you. I'm modernizing the ancient sciences for soul tribes to create empires, here to inspire. Beloved, think higher. Feel that thunder of divinity. Kinetic synergy, enter into the temple of the soul you, expose the ego, now feel that inner flow, command the center, the SuperFi Cypher, uploading knowledge from the ethers.